You're watching Langy TV. I'm Jonathan Webb, and this is the pre-season roundup. Now with Alistair Wallace from Legacy Health and Performance. Alistair, first of all, welcome to Langy TV, and tell us a little bit about your job description here at Langwarrin.
So I'm the high performance manager for the senior football department. So I oversee the 18s, the 20s, and then obviously the seniors behind us.
And how's it going with the season, pre-season with the seniors?
Very good. We've had a few injuries, but they're more pre-existing things that we've picked up through a screening with Seed Injury Rehabilitation, who we're working with for the season, and they kind of do all the physiotherapy. He gives me a detailed physical assessment, and then I kind of take over once the acute phases happened, get them back onto the training park.
All right, so it's a bit of rehabilitation, and that. What about on the fitness and strength side? What are you doing with that?
So most of the boys come down to my gym in Somerville, and we go through Monday, Wednesdays. We do a strength power for the lower body, and then a lot of core activation and any injury prevention stuff that they need that Simon has picked up through their screenings. We kind of just go into that, and then before training we go through a group injury prevention inside, so foam rolling, lacrosse ball, mobility, and then we do a few strength exercises, balance, proprioception, things like that. And then throughout the training week we go through some conditioning, so that it'll be aerobic conditioning, then we go into some sprint technique and high speed meters.
So at the moment with the pre-season squad, have we got any major dramas?
Probably the worst one is Wayne Wallace, that had a motorbike accident, but he should be back soon, hopefully. There was nothing too serious. And we've just had Alex Van Heerwarden pick up a bit of a groin tendinopathy, and Jaden Madaffrey has facet joint syndrome, so he's got a bit of a sore back.
That sounds serious. So are we looking for starters for 16th of February?
We'll definitely have a very good squad by then. They're gelling together more and more each week, and training's been sensational. So I'm really happy with their physicality and their fitness. So they get a lot of it through actually working in football, very high tempo training drills.
So there you have it from Alistair Wallace, and the details from for your gym down in Somerville.
It's Legacy Health and Performance. So anyone who wants to come down, we'll be able to get you fighting fit. Any injuries or performance things, we'll be able to sort you out.
Okay, thanks for joining us.
Cheers, thanks Webby.
Hey! Got him! Yes, sir. Yeah, time. Ready, one. Ready. Get there! Get it! Easy, Jody, easy. No. Yes, straight. Can you get it to me? Yes. Al, ready, turn. Good! Back to him. Time! Pass it. Yeah, pass the ball. Yeah, good. Yes. Very good. Well played. Yeah. Again. Yeah. Right shoulder, Tommy, right shoulder. Tony, turn! Yeah. Same side, yes! Well done, boss, yeah! Dad, you get that. Run, you got him. Yeah. Time! Keeper Fraser. All yours, Alistair. Yep. Okay.
Kane Bentley, I'm 20 years old and I play centre midfield.
First of all, welcome to Langwarrin. Just tell us a little bit about where you've come from. What other teams have you played for?
So I moved over from England when I was 9, and I've been a local boy. Started at Mornington, Peninsula Strikers, Danny Thunder, and ended up playing at Pines. Last year, season just gone, I finished up at a team called Shantou Lions in China, and then came back here, and now I'm here at Langy.
And how are you finding the boys here at Langy?
Yeah, brilliant bunch of lads. I feel like it's going to be a good year of them.
And what about the training under Scott Miller?
Scott, you can see his expertise, his knowledge, it's second to none. I've already learnt heaps from him already. And yeah, looking forward to the season with him.
Rodrigo Rubius, 25, central forward.
Roddy, first of all, welcome to Langwarrin. Just tell us a little bit about your football past.
A little bit of my football past. So debuted at seniors for Northgate City in the old VPL at 17. 18 went overseas for a couple of years. Spent from 18 to 21 in South America. So I was, a part of the youth setups at River Plate, then chucked it to juniors. Then went across and played first team in Chile for AC Barnechea. Came back, joined Melbourne Knights a couple of years, a couple of seasons. Then I joined St Albans Saints and find myself here now.
And how are you finding it here at Langwarrin with the boys?
Yeah, very good, very good. Really intense pre-season. Everyone's on the same page, so it's really good. Yeah.
So you made some good friends down here?
Yeah, great. The team's actually, everyone's a good unit so far. Everyone's bonding really quickly. Find a lot of connections on the field, so yeah, it's really easy.
And what's been your biggest highlight from training with Scott Miller?
Oh.
What have you learned? Anything learned any different or?
Honestly, he's probably different to any coach I've ever had. It's every training session so far we do it with intent. Everything's to top quality. It's to the best of our ability, and that's something that I find has helped everyone, benefit everyone, because every single training session's sharp. You know what I mean? And we're getting the most out of everything. So.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us, and all the best for the season.
Thank you very much. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Fraser McLaren, goalkeeper, 23 years of age.
Fraser, welcome to Langwarrin. How's it seem to be going with the pre-season?
Good, excellent. It's a bit hot tonight, so it's a bit tough, but no, it's been great so far. Loving it.
Just tell us a bit about your other teams, other teams that you played with.
My last club was Dandenong Thunder, so I was there for the last 3 years, which has held me in good stead. I've been at Bulleen, South Melbourne, and Bo Morris as well has been my junior club many years, so great club that one.
And coaching-wise, you've got who's your goalkeeping coach?
Goalkeeper coach is Peter Blasby.
And how's he doing?
Peter Blasby's great. He knows what he's doing. Good with the boys. Good with me and Sarah, the other goalkeeper, and we're loving it at the moment.
All right then. Thanks for joining us. All the best for the new season.
Thank you very much.
I'm David Sturton, 27, striker.
David, welcome back to Langwarrin. It's been a long time since you were here as a junior. How's your? Just tell us a little bit about where you've been since then.
I was at Langy when I was under sevens, I think, for 3 years, and then I went to Box Hill for a few years, and then I went to Oakley Cannons, and then Thunder, and then I was at Victory. So I've been in a few clubs. Recently I was at Dandy City, South Melbourne, Bentley Greens, Port Melbourne. So
We've been around the traps a bit, haven't you?
Yeah, you could say that, yeah.
And how are you finding it back at Langy?
Yeah, good. I've just back seeing a few faces and stuff like that, which is good, and all the boys are good, gelling together well, so looking forward to it.
And how are you finding the training?
Yeah, it's good. It's intense. Scott's drills are bang on, and there's no rest here. So,
all right then. All the best for the new season.
Cheers. Thank you.
Now with the head coach Scott Miller from Langy. Scott, welcome to Langwarrin, Langy TV for the first time. Scott, just talk us through how pre-season's gone so far with these bunch of lads.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's been great fun. We've enjoyed ourselves, but we've also worked hard. The first session I spoke about attitude and commitment, and they've provided that every session. We've worked hard technically and tactically, but physically they've worked very hard, and they've probably trained in ways they never have before in terms of intensity and commitment to training sessions as well. And we enjoyed a nice Christmas 2 weeks away, and they regenerated. And I'm very impressed with the way they've looked after their bodies, and they've returned, and we've kick-started with more intensity, and we've gone up another gear.
Just tell us about some of your key players and how they performing to your expectations so far.
Yeah, there's a big transformation at the football club, as everyone's aware. So we've brought in a number of players. I wouldn't like to earmark or suggest anyone's more important than any other. They're all significant and they play a role. And what's furthermore, they're taking on the information, but relationships are building, trust is building also in terms of the team dynamic, and they're enjoying themselves, which is, I think, in football, probably one of the most important things.
Scott, on a personal note, switching from a professional to a semi-professional environment, how would you say the transition's been?
Okay, it's a big question. It's something that I decided to do, so it wasn't forced upon me. And I think in life, if you make those decisions to do it, you commit to it, and you demonstrate that respect to the football club. And my role here is to realise where I'm at, align my values with the football club, but most importantly, align where I am as well. And I can influence people's football careers, whether it be semi-pro or push them through the ranks up to the NPL 1 or A-League system. That's my intention here, but furthermore it's to give players opportunity to play a different brand of football and expose them to a different level of training.
Just on that, there's going to be a major restructure of the NPL at the end of the coming season. To maintain its status, Langwarrin must finish in the top 6 and to get promoted. It must win the league or finish second to win the playoffs. So how would you say, how would you set the specific target for the playing group?
Yeah, well, it's always interesting, and I've never been a coach that goes out and says what the team's ambition is. I think the team's function and the performances every week, the intensity and the mentality should be to win every game. Now, you can hide behind performances, but results are the facet of a team, and especially in any form of competition. Our ambition is to win every game, and furthermore, our attitude to our training and the preparation aligns that and really prepares you for that fixture. So it comes down to, furthermore, it's not just the game, it's how we prepare, and I think that's been the biggest influence the staff have had so far. It's about the intensity to how we prepare for training and therefore our games.
That was going to be my next question about how do you think the squad's responded to the club's new high performance unit?
Yeah, listen, it's
and Alistair Wallace as well.
Yeah, the whole staff have been great. We handpicked and identified who we wanted to bring to the football club. It's not new to me, essentially, in terms of that role. If you consider player availability or player capacity, it comes down to a player being available for the team. That is the first and foremost. And we've been working very hard individually with Seed and Simon Story, the injury prevention company that's reviewed the players and given them individual programming. But it comes down to one thing, and it's education about how these players look after their body, because if we perform with the capacity that we potentially have, they're going to be exposed to a high level of football, and with that they need to look after their bodies with greater detail and more sort of emphasis on that, as opposed to just being a footballer.
So there you have it from the head coach, Scott Miller. Scott, once again, thanks for joining us and all the best for the new season.
Thanks for your time, appreciate it.